today. From Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. Denver Broncos versus Justin Herbert and the Columbus Caps.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with their opponents. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Columbus club, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Now Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Throwing Jones. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Now you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw right there they want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Throwing again on second down. Herbert. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Caps have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
The numbers for Williams a week ago, 18 carries, 86 yards.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Looking middle, and that's complete. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 20, 10, and touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Caps lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Denver's offense ready to go again. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Throwing on 1st down, Jones. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peters. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Jones. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now it's Herbert. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Here's Herbert. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. To the air again, Herbert. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. Wide open receiver, complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Herbert now. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Rolling to his right. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Caps are able to stretch out their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have played.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now here's a throw that's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Ballard. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll get started over at the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in the 2nd quarter. Patrick Mahomes has thrown a touchdown pass. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. Trevor Lawrence, a touchdown pass in the victory. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And it was the visiting LA Rams who get the victory in that one. The Rams with an important win as they get their mark back to 2-2. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Well, a good job shifting right, finding his target. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On first down, Justin Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Herbert back to the air. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Caps take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Badgley on for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
You know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down now, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Out quickly to Judy. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Herbert. Going to throw right side here, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And quickly they get to the line. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Herbert throwing again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Caps are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. And Denver getting set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Jones on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And some room to maneuver. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will cut this lead down to 25. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open. Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Throw complete to the tight end, Morgan. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
On 3rd down, Herbert flush to his right. That's complete. Bernard. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Morgan. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let...
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Taking it about the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Jones throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Jones now. Throwing on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Ballard. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Butker on for the PAT. And that will cut this lead down to 25. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends Charles with a Denver touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Herbert. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.